Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro. So I can't help but ask, bro, are we to trust Bob Santos, Kevin Cunningham? Are we supposed to trust Shakur Stevenson, Lamont Roach Jr., and Lamont Roach Sr.? When it comes to, was Tank Davis the same fighter against Lamont Roach that he always is? Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30. We also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Join the channel as a member. Drop super chats and super thanks when you come by the live streams that we do and the videos that we shoot. And if you want to debate, the email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. But let's get it cracking and get into the video. So, Shakur Stevenson was doing an interview with YSM Sports Media, and he also was doing an interview on the Donza Project. And he said on both interviews that Gervonta Davis was the same fighter he always is, or always was, against Lamont Roach. And he had a bunch of hoes, and he got the same hoes that he always had. He ain't seen nothing new. He was the same Tank. We've heard Lamont Roach Sr. say this. We've heard Lamont Roach Jr. say this. And then you have the other side of the argument with guys like Bob Santos, guys like Kevin Cunningham. Bob Santos most recently was doing the interview over on Mill City Boxing. And he said, look, man, I don't think Tank was motivated for that fight. He said it is Tank's job to be motivated for that fight. But what I've seen with Tank in the ring and what I've seen him do in the ring, that wasn't the Tank Davis that we know now. It's on him to always be that Tank, and you can't take nothing away from Lamont Roach. But he's of the mindset like myself. Kevin Cunningham is of the mindset like myself. I think you got to be a goddamn hater, or it got to be in your interest to say that Tank Davis was the same goddamn fighter that he always is. Because I'm going to do a test on my channel tonight to prove that to y'all. And I'm not going to tell y'all what the test is, but I'm going to prove it to you tonight on my channel. Watch. And I'm going to show y'all that. But in the case of Shakur Stevenson, he admits that he's Lamont Roach's friend. He wanted to win money off Lamont Roach. He has been notorious for just hating on Tank Davis and riding his coattails. And he's one of these niggas that want Tank Davis' spot bad. He been a Tank hater, bro. So, of course, he's going to say anything to denigrate Tank Davis and then try to backtrack it and try to act like he keeping it real or some shit. Right? But his ring IQ is way too high. He's supposed to know his boxing way too much to be saying some silly, goofy shit like that, bro. This idea that was the same Tank that we always seen, a nigga that's falling over his foot, somebody that's being very repetitive in the ring and easy to fucking read, sitting on his left uppercut, not doing anything to be deceptive, not throwing no feints, not setting no traps, just trying to bull rush in and go high guard to high guard with a motherfucker without setting them up first and knowing that you got him. Bro, that ain't never been him, bro. But it's okay. Luckily, we get to see the rematch and all of that shit will be decided. But I think you got to be out your mind to say that the Tank Davis that fought Mario Barrios, that was taking his jab away, taking his lead hand away, closing the distance, going to the body, is the same Tank that fought Lamont Roach. You got to be crazy as hell to think the same Tank that was walking Frank Martin down, using feints, setting up his backhand, had the straight left hand going, the right hook going, slipping shots. The same Tank Davis that fought Ryan Garcia and outboxed him from distance, used his greatest weapon against him. Ryan Garcia got a better, longer, sharper left hook than Lamont Roach. Yet Lamont Roach was able to have more success with his left hook than Ryan Garcia because Tank Davis wasn't disciplined and sticking to his defense and using Lamont's left hook against him like he did Ryan Garcia. Straight left hand to Ryan Garcia all day long, walking him in the shots, walking him around the ring, using good lateral movement and feints, working off his jab consistently to land the straight left hand. Come on, bro. Like, niggas is tripping out here, bro. Like, really, really fucking tripping with this bullshit that Shakur Stevenson said. The other thing he said is he called Tank Davis sensitive, which is really the main part of this video that I wanted to get into. But I gotta say, what Bob Santos said is correct about this whole robbery shit too, bro. He said bad calls happen. And I've been saying this. Niggas don't know what Tank would have did, bro. Or what Lamont Roach would have did. Because the only time I ever seen somebody tell Tank Davis, nigga, you are losing a fight. And Bob Santos said this shit, and I've been told y'all this shit right after the fight happened. The only time I seen this nigga losing the fight, bro, or told he was losing the fight, because I don't think he was losing to Barrios. Some nigga told him you were losing the fucking fight to Mario Barrios on the unofficial scorecard. That nigga put his high guard on, took shots when he had to, and just walked that nigga down and just kept throwing haymakers at that nigga till he stopped that nigga. How do you know how this shit react, how Tank reacts to that shit if somebody come, they count the shit and knock down, and then Barry Hunter and Calvin Ford look that nigga in his eyes and say, nigga, you are losing this fight. You got 3 rounds left to pull this shit out. Y'all don't know what that nigga would have did, bro. Bob Santos is 1,000% right, bro. That's why I cannot wait for this fucking rematch, bro. It's like my most anticipated fight of 2025, bro. Real talk, the rematch with Tank and Lamont Roach, because we get to get a lot of questions answered, bro, and I get to find out if I'm right or if I'm wrong, and I get to find out if y'all right, if y'all wrong. Those of you that's on the other side of this argument, bro. But this idea, and now let's get to this part. This idea that Shakur Stevenson can call anybody sensitive, not just Tank Davis. How does Shakur call Tank Davis sensitive? Nigga, you change your name to Twitterson. You respond to damn near every troll, every fan, everybody when they go at you, bro. But he's sensitive, dog. You be a brother with somebody 1 minute, then you hate them the next minute. Then you're talking shit about them. You always changing like the weather, boy. You sensitive as hell. You get booed, you apologize. You put on a bad performance, you apologize. Somebody don't do you right in business, you feel played, you go on and you vent on Twitter. You got to be one of the most sensitive boxers, bro, on the planet, to call another boxer sensitive. Last I checked, all this heat, all this shit people saying about Tank Davis, he ain't on the internet responding to niggas like you. He get much more hate than you do. Now, that's my thing with these niggas and their fan bases, too. Like Shakur, bro, like Shakur, Devin. These niggas be like, yo, Devin and Shakur, they get so much hate. They get the most hate. Nigga, Tank Davis is the most hated on nigga in boxing. If you go search him in your YouTube right now, it's a nigga on YouTube talking shit about him right now. I guarantee you, bro. And I don't even know who live right now, who making a video right now, but I guarantee you, bro, somebody on YouTube is negatively talking about Tank Davis right the fuck now, bro. Right now. How you calling people sensitive when you allow people's opinion of you to change your name? When y'all ever seen Tank Davis defend himself for winning, bro? Shakur Stevenson worried about what people say so much, he defend himself after victories, my nigga. Tank just beat a nigga ass and just keep it moving. That nigga said what he said about something getting in his eye. Said that shit in the motherfucking post-fight press conference. Said what he said about the nigga on Monday. Went back and forth with the nigga, said I'm pushing for the rematch, and then now it's giving us the rematch and ain't said shit since, bro. But that's the sensitive nigga? Nah, I said this shit earlier, bro, on another video I shot like 2-3 days ago. Niggas that got their own motion don't like when other niggas leech off of them, bro. In the boxing game, and the niggas around Tank Davis weight class have been leeching off him. Shakur is doing it right now. Go look at his interviews. Them hoes don't have Zapata in the title. Go look at the title of the Dunza Project interview, nigga. Go look at the title of the motherfucking YSM Sports Media interview. And I don't blame the interviewers. They got to do shit to draw traffic. But nigga, niggas with their own motion, they got their own shit going, they're successful in their own right, they can just get in front of a camera, in my case, and just pop their shit and give you their opinion. I ain't got to bring up another content creator, nigga. I don't have to talk shit about somebody else that talk boxing on Twitter or YouTube. I can look at what's going on in boxing. I can get up here and I can say what I got to say, and people gonna pay attention to it, love, like, hate it, whatever. People that's like that do not like niggas that leech off of them and use their name and titles and use them to build their buzz. That don't make Tank Davis sensitive. That makes him a regular nigga with motion. Like Shakur Stevenson's entire career right now is built off of being attached to Tank Davis. Keyshawn Davis' entire career right now is built off being attached to Tank Davis. Devin Haney up until 4/20/2024, his entire name was built off of Tank Davis. And then now that he's attached to Ryan Garcia, I ain't hear that nigga give Tank Davis a check for making him a star. The best promoter Shakur Stevenson has ever had is Gervonta Tank Davis. And I don't see that nigga cutting Tank no motherfucking check. I don't call that shit sensitive. I think that's a right to fucking be upset, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Is Tank Davis sensitive? I say Shakur Stevenson ain't got no room to talk, bro. Straight up. And was that the same Tank that we've always seen in every single fight in the first Lamont Roach fight? I say fuck no, and I stand on that, and I can't wait for the rematch. Niggas gonna be eating a lot of crow. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, sub up. I see y'all soon. Peace! Gervonta Tank Davis. Let Shakur Stevenson. Devin Haney know y'all ain't built like that, bro.